book-related news. So this one is near and dear to my heart. Uh, Daisy Jones and the Six is an upcoming miniseries based on the amazing New York Times bestseller by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and they have just released a teaser trailer. So accompanying the teaser trailer, they have an official plot synopsis. Let me read it. Based on the best-selling novel by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Daisy Jones and the Six is a limited musical drama series detailing the rise and precipitous fall of a renowned rock band. In 1977, Daisy Jones and the Six were on top of the world. Fronted by two charismatic lead singers, Daisy Jones and Billy Dunn, the band had risen from obscurity to fame. And then, after a sold-out show at Chicago Soldier Field, they called it quits. Now, decades later, the band members finally agree to reveal the truth. This is the story of how an iconic band imploded at the height of its powers. So, I know you haven't read it, but what do you think about this?
I just find it unfair that you read the synopsis for that, but not It Ends With Us. I feel like people needed to read the synopsis again to hear about it. But okay,
This is so
bias
that
aside.
it is so that the listeners will go back and listen to our episode about it.
Uh, well, I'm actually intrigued. The thing is, I'm not a fan of those type of books because I enjoy happiness.
She said
I
as she
don't
promotes a
like,
book about domestic abuse.
again, I didn't promote it. I
You
just
told me
said,
Chien, this
no,
is brilliant. She's a
I
genius.
said
She's
we need
amazing.
to, wow, you're even willing to lie.
You told me
You
that it's
know
so
for a
brilliant.
fact.
You did tell me it's brilliant.
No, I
You did tell
said
me.
that it's a brilliant take that you were trying to, that
Yeah,
she went into
it
the
really
abuse
is a
instead of,
brilliant it is a brilliant take though. Like forgive the abuser and give him all the rights to see his child. Like what a wonderful take to you
I'm
know
just saying it's a brilliant perspective where she's trying to kind of give
yeah,
you an insight into how domestic abuse survivors
yes.
still get into the same exact situation. Again, it wasn't about Ryle, you motherfucking asshole.
It is
Like
amazing.
it's
Like
really not about Ryle, you bitch. You know exactly what the book was about, but whatever.
I
But for
mean,
this
based
book,
on the
I'm just
plot
not.
of It
No, I
Starts
just
With
don't
Us,
like.
it kind of sounds like it's still about Ryle, because even though it starts with us as the
No,
biggest cash grab in human history. Like
yeah, exactly.
okay, no,
I
that's not
don't.
true.
I don't want to
The
read
stupid
it.
Fantastic Beast movies, those are the biggest cash
No,
grabs.
I don't want to
Goddamn.
read it, but I feel like I need you to suffer more
Yeah.
because I reread Lothair yesterday. So I feel like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So that
fine.
that will be
And
our
the
next
next
episode.
episode, yeah.
But just as a preview, I love Lothair, and she has other thoughts about it. So stay tuned for that next episode. But anyways, let's continue. Okay, so
So for this one, I think that I'm actually intrigued, but I would not watch the show until I read the book. So I'm gonna read the book at some point. I just have to be in that mood because it is fiction, but it's that type of setting where it kind of gives you the reality in a way. Because they did allude that it's kind of loosely based
on Fleetwood
to,
Mac,
yeah, Fleetwood
yeah.
Mac. So I don't know why. Good thing you said Fleetwood Mac because I was gonna say Florence and the Machine. I was like, it's FL something. I was so
See,
close.
here's the issue. The listeners will have no idea who is older because you just referenced this random like newer band, whereas I'm just like, yeah, Fleetwood Mac, great
Yeah,
album. Like
yeah,
like
yeah.
rumors is one of the best
I
albums ever.
remember I put them in my slam books.
Again, I
By
still
the
don't.
way, wait. Side note: if you listen to the I think 2 episodes ago we mentioned slam books. Um, there was a show that I was watching and it mentioned that. I just can't remember what show, but I was just like, so it was real. I thought it was just like our Asian
Of
thing.
course
It
it's
was a
real.
real thing. No, it was a
Yeah,
real thing
of
even in the
course.
US. So
Pompeii was real before the volcano. But
it
there
was a real
dinosaurs
thing.
dinosaurs were real.
It was a real thing.
So there are a lot of
So
real things that no longer exist because time has moved on.
so Daisy, okay,
Yes.
Daisy, let's
Yeah.
focus.
Okay,
So
so
Daisy, you're excited for that. How many
I'm
episodes? So it's just a limited
they
series.
haven't announced the number of episodes. I am glad it's a mini series. I messaged this to you because it cannot be compressed into a movie. There's just way too much stuff. They would miss a lot of the nuance if they just turned it
I'm actually
into a
curious
movie.
because I think the style is more of it's kind of an inflection of what they were think like the band itself, how they imploded and everything. So I just wonder how it's going to be executed because a lot of the time that's the pitfalls of books into movies, because books you really get their inside thoughts and everything, and it depicts how they're going through certain dialogues and whatever.
Yeah.
But this case, it's purely going to be all visual. So I'm really interested how that's gonna happen.
Well, if you read the book, it's mostly told through dialogue, because it's told through interviews, right? So
Yeah, but
in
still,
based on the
it's kind of
teaser,
you
based
still
on
have that
based on the
thought
teaser,
process.
they're gonna involve a lot of interviews as well. So the cast, I I'm sort of conflicted on the cast actually. Although I did find out that Timothy Oliphant is gonna be one of the supporting characters, and I love Timothy Oliphant and everything, so I support that. But Daisy Jones will be portrayed by Riley Coe, who is, of course, Elvis Presley's granddaughter. Rest in peace, Lisa Presley. And the male protagonist will be portrayed by Sam Claflin. So he'll be portraying Billy Dunn. Now, so my girlfriend and I were huge fans of the book, uh, but we kind of don't agree on some of the cast. We haven't seen them yet, so of course, take it with a grain of salt. But Camilla Morone will be portraying Billy's wife, also named Camilla, and it just doesn't suit the image we had of Camilla. I can't explain it. I feel like she just has a very modern look, which sounds extremely subjective, but I don't know. I can't explain it. Maybe it's the way they
Which
did her makeup.
Camilla? Camilla
Camilla
Mendez?
Marone. Camilla Marone. I don't know.
Oh,
But yeah, she just has a very modern look in the teaser trailer. Uh, it doesn't seem like it's the 70s. Maybe
I'm
it's the way
actually
they did the makeup.
surprised that Dakota Johnson is not in it because she has that vibe.
I don't know. Maybe because I read the book, she doesn't. I don't agree. Um, I would actually sooner.
Or
I
maybe
would
you
have
just hate
no. I
you
would have
hate it.
sooner cast Daisy Edgar Jones actually as one of the roles, which would be extremely confusing and funny for everyone, I think. Um, so Daisy Edgar Jones, right?
I can't remember her face.
Oh, okay. Kind of, she's kind of similar to Dakota Johnson, but the point is that she has the same name as Daisy Jones. Anyway, now Suki Waterhouse will be playing the keyboardist, and this one I'm just like, okay,
Okay, she
this
needs
does
bangs
not
though. Without
this
bangs.
yeah, but yeah, Suki Waterhouse I feel does not match the description
Yeah,
of
and I feel
Karen.
like she's a bad actress.
Suki Waterhouse,
Yeah.
what role have you seen her in?
Paparazzi. Just kidding. I think is she the one in Love Rosie or something?
Isn't that Lily Collins?
Wait. Of course I will know who Lily Collins is.
I mean, I haven't seen the movie, so I really, and it's not worthwhile to know anything about that
Mm,
movie.
okay, I haven't seen. She was in Pokemon, Miss Norman. She really has nothing. Just to put. All I know about her really is that she's Robert Pattinson's girlfriend.
She's Robert Pattinson's girlfriend.
Oh my gosh, you don't know
Well,
anything.
this is why
So
we're a team.
she was in Love Rosie. She just
Okay,
played a small role. I don't
okay.
know who she was there. But how
Now,
dare you? How dare you say to me that wasn't that Lily Collins? As if like I would confuse. How dare you?
I mean, I don't know. You don't have Instagram anymore. Who knows what you still remember?
Yeah. There
So
was a time.
some other stuff about the show. As I mentioned, Riley Coe is Elvis's granddaughter, and her mother recently passed. She mentioned in a statement, "My mother is certainly an inspiration to me, and she was a very strong, smart woman. I was raised by somebody who did their own thing and didn't really care what other people thought. She was definitely inspirational to me," which is pretty sweet. It's quite unfortunate that her mother passed before this show was released. And oh, in addition to that, Atlantic Records released a single from the show because, of course, it's about music. And this song was played throughout the teaser trailer. Again, all of it will be linked in the description. I can't play it because we'll get copyrighted. But as someone who read the book twice, and as someone who is sort of a big music fan, I don't know, I have some thoughts about the song. Okay, so the lyrics are still good. They didn't change the lyrics. The song is "Regret Me," and I like the instrumental. And Riley had this amazing like vocal at the end that was just perfect. Like it was exactly how I pictured it. However, I feel like they needed to fix the mixing of the track. Okay, so um before we had stereo sound. Actually nowadays we have like movie theaters have something called like 7.1 audio. Or a lot of movies, I mean, have 7.1 audio or 5 point, and then they compress that to 5.1 audio, and then after 5.1 audio you have stereo sound, and then after stereo sound you have mono, right? Before the Beatles, pretty much everything was mono, and of course their engineer, uh with the help of their engineer Jeff, they were able to sort of pave the way for stereo sound in music. I can go into that a bit more. But basically, by 1976 or 77, when this band was at the height of their powers, they should already be on stereo sound. So I don't understand why the track sounds mono as fuck. Okay, like it's really difficult to distinguish the vocals from the instrumentals. Um, Now, I've listened to it with my sort of expensive headphones, and the mixing is really just not good. And I don't know why. It really sounds like someone recorded it with just a mic in a concert from 1977. Maybe they were going for a live thing, but I think it was a mistake to do that. And yeah, I wasn't happy about the song at all. And but again, I liked the instrumentals and I liked Riley's vocal at the end, but everything in between, I was really not happy with. Like, play actual Fleetwood Mac, you know? I mean, Fleetwood Mac made music that they can listen to for inspiration, and they can hear that the vocals and the instrumentals are all very distinguishable from each other, so I really don't understand what happened there. I hope the rest of the album that they will release uh will be better, but yeah, I was I was not a fan. I was not a fan of that. Yeah, but yeah.
I can't
Am
I
I
can't
picky?
believe how long you just went on your rant for one single. Like, by the way, this segment was just supposed to be like a short thing that we released, like this episode, and now it's already long again.
Because
So
this is valid.
I can only imagine how you'll be like once this miniseries is released, especially when you've analyzed this book so much. I just know how picky you're gonna be.
I mean, I don't know. I just enjoy music like everyone, right? So, and I also enjoy history. So I don't know. I'm really hoping that it will be better, please. Okay. So next thing on the news that I've
There's more.
compiled.
Are you kidding?
No. Next, in addition
Is
to
this the
that,
last?
we have two more.